Seahawks soar into the NCAA tournament. UNCW wins the 2025 CAA Basketball Championship. The dream comes true again for UNCW.
Seahawks are going to win. Hard to run on the clock. And it's a high five for the Hawks.
UNCW, our congratulations to them on their way to the tournament.
And you can punch another dance card for UNC Wilmington.
UNC Wilmington is headed to the NCAA tournament.
As the automatic bid winners in the Colonial Athletic Association, UNC Wilmington moves on. Richmond ends its season 18-12.
Ralston back out, gets it right back, and goes to the glass, and he's got the shot.
Hey, I'm TJ Carter, 2006 CAA Tournament MVP and proud alum. Being a part of a winning culture taught me that success takes communication, trust, and teamwork. That's exactly what I bring every day at Southeast Mortgage. Whether you're buying your first home, moving up, or renovating your existing home, my team and I are here to guide you every step of the way. Together, we'll make your home buying journey a slam dunk. So why wait for overtime? Take the shot, call me today, or visit my website below.
William Jasper Brooks, alias Bill Brooks, is an institution within an institution. In the history of UNC Wilmington, he has been the school's only athletic director.
Well, they had a basketball team before I got here. Dr. Cruz could probably tell you more about that basketball team than I did. I know that one of the unusual things that first year when I met the squad and called them all together, we didn't have a single boy out for basketball that had played regular on the first team in the high school. And of course I found out that wasn't really as bad as it sounded, because several of them had been on the squad at New Hanover High School under Coach Brogdon, had been on state championship teams, and although they were second team boys, they were still pretty good basketball players there. And from what I can have been told, before 91 and all, they never did have a conference as such. They more or less played kind of a pickup schedule with all-stars and junior colleges and community colleges and anybody they could pick up a few games with.
He was devoted to this place. He really was. This place was his heart and soul.
This has been my life. You take 40 years, that's a big hunk out of your life.
In '51, we joined the Junior College Association and started by the rules and regulations of that organization. During the time that we were a junior college, that was from up until through 1963 year. Each year our junior college program grew a little, and along about 57 we were able to get a little more help as far as scholarships go. Up until that time we had very little scholarship, but we started getting a little more. And by the time we finished the junior college time that we ended up in '63, we were able to build that junior college program up to a point that the last 2 years we were junior college, we went out to the nationals out in Kansas. So it came along as we grew, and we were able to get some real good people here.
His remarkable run as the Seahawks athletics general began in 1951 when the school was Wilmington College. He was named head basketball coach, a reign that would end 21 years later, with the Seahawks winning more than half of their games during that time.
You look at his record, and they were always 26, 27 wins and going to the national tournament, so I think that speaks very highly of him.
He was good to work with, easy to work with. He was always up front, and but we had a good relationship, just like the relationship that we did when I was coaching at another school. He was just, he and Leon Brogdon are two peas out of the same pod, if you've ever heard that expression before. And I think that's where, I think he played for Coach Brogdon in some sense of the word. At least he's familiar with him, and they were very good friends, and their personalities are very much alike.
I think we won a fair amount of games, and we had a lot of fun in those days. And it was just a good memory, a fond memory of mine playing for Coach Brooks.
But one of the problems that I didn't have a lot of employees to have to work with, to spend time with and plan and all that. From 51 until in the 60s till we moved out here, I was the only one in the athletic department.
That's right, Mike. And I was fortunate. I was a student athlete here, played baseball for Coach Bill Brooks. And he asked me several years after I graduated, said, would you be interested in coming back to UNCW? So he calls me one day and says, come on, I think I got a little job for you. And it was when Trask Coliseum opened in 1977. So without no experience, you know, first day, 2 weeks later, we're playing Wake Forest in the inaugural opening, you know, Trask Coliseum. Still have about and I'm ticket manager also, as long as facility manager, and still got about 2,000 tickets left to sell. I said, what have I gotten myself into?
Well, I'll give you a good example. One night, I was in administration, and Dr. Randall, of course, was the president. I was his first man. So I had to go to a ball game. So we had a game over at Chestnut Street School. Charlie Nivens was there, and he just scored 58 points as the national leader. And there were 5 people in attendance: Dr. Randall and I, the ticket keeper, and her husband, and one visitor. So that's the enthusiasm that the town showed.
Never forget, our first meeting was at used to have a summer league baseball league in eastern North Carolina. UNCW was in it, ECU was in it, NC State, Carolina. It was really a pretty good summer baseball league. And I went down to Chapel Hill and sat in the dugout and talked to Coach Brooks about the position, the opportunity, and he said he'd get back to me. And I waited and I waited, and I was getting married in August. So I finally had to call Coach Brooks and say, Coach, I kind of need to know. I've got an opportunity to be a sports writer for the Roanoke Times. I really don't want to do that. I want to come to Wilmington and work for you. But I need to know. And he said, well, come on down here and let's see what we can work out. And so I drove to Wilmington, had another interview, and
yeah, Coach Brooks hired me, and I spent a lot of time. We used to be usually the last 2 people out of the office every day, and so he was so well respected, and he really not only got the program going from a mindset, you know, from a directional standpoint, but a lot of times he would put his labor into whether it was clearing out a field or doing whatever he had to do to get the program going. And so I just learned a lot about dealing with people, about working with people from Coach Brooks, for sure.
I think it was, because I tried to hire somebody to come in here and help me coach, and I wanted to get rid of one of the sports. and it was hard to even talk to a coach about coming in here with the lack of facilities that we had. We opened Hanover Hall in 65, 66. I think we opened in January 66, I believe. And that was our first time we were able to play basketball on campus. So it was hard to recruit when you didn't have a whole lot to offer that other schools couldn't offer better.
Very small, very small. It was Hanover Hall, the library, the cafeteria was right in the middle. There was all the buildings right in the front of the school. There was one dorm, the school here, then you go all the way down the baseball field, and then one dorm, that 6-story Galloway.
I know we're talking basketball, and that's the emphasis, but junior college, and you mentioned the last couple of years in the early 60s, junior college, when you went to the championship, I'd like to insert into this basketball talk that for 3 years, 61, 2, and 3, you went to the National Junior College Baseball Championship, and you came home national champions twice and second place the other time.
Oh, he did about 3 or 4 things. He was the baseball coach, he was the basketball coach, he was the AD, and he taught class. And he had Miss Woodward, she was his backup, and anything that she said went, it went. He did exactly what she said, not what he said. So, but it was a great relationship. He did a lot of things for the school. He worked hard. It was always, like I said, he had a vision. He was always working at it, working toward it.
The other time. So you were busier than just athletic director and basketball coach. You were baseball coach too.
Baseball was your love, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I like them both. If you win, you like them a lot better.
You had only, of 12 years in junior college, there were only 2 losing seasons, 10 winning seasons. I mean, when you started out, you had 5 winning seasons in a row. Then you hit that slump for 2 years. When you broke out of it, then you had 4 years in a row that you won over 20 games and ended up winning just about 2/3 of your games, 66% of them.
Hey, I'm TJ Carter, 2006 CAA Tournament MVP and proud alum. Being a part of a winning culture taught me that success takes communication, trust, and teamwork. That's exactly what I bring every day at Southeast Mortgage. Whether you're buying your first home, moving up, or renovating your existing home, my team and I are here to guide you every step of the way. Together, we'll make your home buying journey a slam dunk. So why wait for overtime? Take the shot, call me today, or visit my website below.
It was a little different record though when you got into the NAIA and first got into the 4-year college ranks. Goings were a little tougher then, weren't they?
Well, that sure were, and that's what I mean when I say when you have something to offer people. What made it real tough, because I never mentioned this too much before, but the biggest drawback we had that during that time, we never had dormitories or cafeteria until 1971. You know, we were out here a pretty good while then. And if you don't have something particular that you can offer that prospective athlete, he's not going to come to your school.
Coach, you're not listening, are you? He was very frugal with his money, very frugal. We would take off going on a baseball trip. We would travel up to Pembroke, or we traveled to High Point or to Charlotte. And Coach Brooks would have money in his pocket, a wad about this big, and never got a receipt to bring back to Miss Woodward to give to her to balance everything. So, but he was very frugal, didn't pay for a lot of junk, as he used to call it.
But you got to understand, we didn't have a lot of money. We didn't have much money. I mean, it's not you couldn't be, just spending money that you didn't have. And that was his philosophy, and we just didn't have a lot of funds.
He worked the people in this town. I mean, he got stuff for free. On road trips, he would hope we would oversleep so he wouldn't have to buy us breakfast. Our big $3 for breakfast, he would tell Earl, don't wake them up, they'll sleep through breakfast.
He probably, if he didn't have it up here, he probably did have it scribbled down on a piece of paper and that he kept in his pocket. Coach Brooks used to drive this old station wagon around. It was an athletic department vehicle, officially. And he'd drive that thing around, and of course, he was fond of his tobacco. So whenever you'd ride in the car with him, you'd always had to realize you were going to have to put up with a little tobacco spitting going on while you talked or took a trip downtown to visit someone or whatever. But you know, we all just did the best we could. I was hired as sports information director, but eventually got into fundraising. I was actually in charge of the Seahawk Club, which at that point, if we raised $10,000, we were doing a great thing.
But as far as getting things done, he was a hard worker. He got the Trask to give us Trask Coliseum. But he was always working hard, always behind the scene doing something.
He was the driving force behind the building of Hanover Hall in 1965, followed by Trask Coliseum in 1977, and what is now known as Brooks Field. He primarily resurrected himself from nothing.
We were needing more space and we're needing a Coliseum.
Hey, I'm TJ Carter, 2006 CAA Tournament MVP and proud alum. Being a part of a winning culture taught me that success takes communication, trust, and teamwork. That's exactly what I bring every day at Southeast Mortgage. Whether you're buying your first home, moving up, or renovating your existing home, my team and I are here to guide you every step of the way. Together, we'll make your home buying journey a slam dunk. So why wait for overtime? Take the shot, call me today, or visit my website below.